Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? We're gonna Scap here from Four States Casting. We are watching another match from League of Dota Season 4. Joining me today is Team Headshot along with Team Inception. And looking at Headshot's picks already, we have a Nyx Assassin along with a Puck. I'm seeing, and for Inception, they're already calling it back with a Bat Rider and an Ancient Apparition. So we already starting to see two heroes on each side that have lots of single target capability with the Nyx Assassin and the Bat Rider, and we already starting to see heroes that have team fight ability with the Puck and the Ancient Apparition. Puck is a really powerful ganker that can get in and get out. He's one of those that has very powerful escape mechanisms with that illusionary orb and that phase shift, and especially once he gets blink, he's just going to be everywhere. Ancient Apparition, also another big pickup for the team fights. That ulti is very powerful, can constantly be used all the time with a very low cooldown, and just powerful in team fights. So looking at the bans right now, Headshot's was really quick to get rid of the Lycan and the Nature's Prophet, which are very common in this new meta. Lycan is one of those heroes, along with Nature's Prophet, that they just steamroll early, and it's just get rid of them and get rid of them fast. Whereas in Ception's team, they were real quick to get rid of the Ember Spirit and the Centaur Warrunner. Ember Spirit being a very powerful hero, and everyone's just either picking him quickly or getting rid of him just as fast. Headshot picking up the Viper. Viper, another very powerful single target ganker, can be ran mid. Not quite looks like they have two mids here. Not quite sure what is going on here. They may run the Puck mid and Viper as the carry. We'll have to wait and see. Look, and for Inception picking up the Mirana. Mirana is a very powerful hero with great team fight potential, using her ultimate ability to allow her team to get into position and get some very powerful initiations going on in the team fights. Looks like as well we have Inception picking up a Bane. Bane is a wonderful combo with Mirana. Mirana is with Bane being able to Nightmare the Mirana, and Nightmare the other team while Mirana can arrow. It's a very classic combination in lane. Bane has great disables with his Nightmare and Fiend's Grip. Fiend's Grip is a very so he can for all intents and purposes, he can keep two heroes out of the team fight if he's set up properly. Looking at some of the other bans, I want to look at Headshot's bans. They got rid of the Vengeful Spirit and the Lion. Which is really interesting, because they really wanted to make sure that Inception didn't pick up a whole lot of supporting already, but Bane is a really good pickup for Inception. I'm kind of waiting on Inception's carry pick, though. I mean, they could run Mirana as the carry, but they are lacking a little bit of carry. Headshot picking up the Dazzle. Dazzle is wonderful in the team fights. He can keep his team alive with that Shallow Grave, and his ultimate ability Weave is a great armor buff for his team, and also a terrible armor debuff for the other side. And that will be great for Viper, because Viper is the carry, and it's that attack damage that is what will need to be doing work in the late game. Looks like Inception banning off the Luna, making probably just to lessen the carry load that Headshot has, but they already have Viper as their carry, so that's kind of interesting. And we see a Shadow Fiend ban from Headshot, so looks like Headshot is anticipating that Inception is missing a mid. They don't want them getting much carry, so we'll just have to wait we'll just have to wait and see for what Ception has to pick. I'm thinking Ception is going to need a carry, and what do you know? They pick up a wonderful carry, Juggernaut. Juggernaut is very powerful. That Whirling Blade is great for picking up early kills. They definitely have the disable to do it, so I'm seeing a tri-lane with maybe Mirana, Bane, or Ancient Apparition and Bane and Juggernaut, all some combination of that. Maybe the Mirana mid, or even the Batrider mid, Mirana off lane. So they got a lot of options. But anyway, Juggernaut is a very nice pickup here. That Whirling Blade will keep him magic immune, and his ultimate ability is great for picking up squishy heroes such as Dazzle or Nyx Assassin or even Puck, if Puck isn't able to escape in time. Looks like we're gonna have to wait on Headshot's pick. From here, they have plenty of maybe they want to pick another carry up, or maybe they just want to go for some more push, and looks like they do, picking up the Pugna. Pugna is a great hero. He's got great pushing potential. He's also got a power, and that pushing potential is also a nuke for the team fights. And his Nether Ward is so great to have, especially with mana heavy heroes in the middle of the team fight. It's great for draining mana, and it is also great for damaging as well. So looks like we're gonna have to see how these fights go. They're gonna have to be careful about that Nether Ward being placed. So right now we have our teams picking their heroes, and we are going to get this game underway very soon. And looks like we already have the game paused. We're just going to take a quick moment. Looks like we have Headshot taking a little bit. They're trying to make sure they have everything set to go. Game is unpaused, and without further ado, I will start introducing the Radiant side. In Team Ception, we have Bane being played by Titty Squeeze. Very interesting name. And with the rest of his team, we have Ancient Apparition being played by SC30. We have Mirana being played by RLG. Looks like we have Batrider running the mid lane being played by Weedians. And Juggernaut, last but not least, being played by Not a Bad Thing. That's actually a really cool name. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was pretty funny. But looks like we have, on Headshot side, we have Dazzle being played by Alki, and we have him being quickly ran behind with Nyx Assassin being played by Zero. Looks like they might be getting a ward setup. And we have Puck in the off lane being played by Neva. Pugna going to be running mid, being played by So Young Meow Meow. And last but not least, we have Viper playing solo in the safe lane, being played by Evil Deal. And looks like the bell has rung, and we're just kind of waiting to see what is going to happen. We already got a ward set up for Team Headshot. And we have Nyx Assassin with the haste rune. Looks like we have Dazzle and Nyx Assassin running up top to help support their carry, and they're gonna let Puck run in the solo off lane. We have Mirana and Bane laning together against the Puck, and we have Ancient Apparition laning with the Juggernaut. So this is an interesting lane comp. Looks like they're running duels. And we have a tri-lane coming out from Headshot. Looks like we're already seeing a little bit of harass from the Viper going on the Ancient Apparition, and Ancient Apparition still trading blows with the Viper. Viper already picking up his orb. He's just going to be doing a lot of harassing with his orb walk, which is great for him. We have Ancient Apparition, though, he's using his Chilling Touch to help Juggernaut get some last hits and also to harass. It's a very powerful skill to have early. That early magical damage is very good to have early in the laning phase. It's great for last hits, it's great for denies, it's also great for getting a lot of harass going on. Looks like we got a nice pull coming in from the Nyx Assassin. He's pulling the creep wave, trying to keep that creep equilibrium more towards here, which is, or even further closer to tower, because if that happens, they could be able to keep the Juggernaut from getting a whole lot of farm, or he may trade his life for it. Looks like we're already getting a little bit of maybe something going on here. Ancient Apparition getting stunned by the Nyx Assassin, trying to get away. It gets away just easily, actually, not just in time. But there's already a lot of kind of harass going on. A little bit of warding run going on. We trying to get some D wards up, maybe with the sentries. Yeah, this tri-lane is very interesting. Looks like we have Bane guarding the double damage rune for the Batrider. Batrider going a bottle rush build, and looks like we may be getting some sort of mid gank going on here. We have Bane hanging out in the mid lane, but back up top we got a big push going on, but Juggernaut's able to pull the creep aggro all the way back just in time, so he can farm in peace. And they're just going to keep, and that creep equilibrium is going to stay right by tower, so Juggernaut will have some time to farm in peace. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we're already seeing Puck in a little bit of trouble here. Illusionary Orb, but he just can't quite do it. Arrow is off, Nightmare is on, Puck is in a lot of trouble, and that is first blood for Inception, picking off the Puck with Bane. Back up top, we're seeing some more of the creep equilibrium coming back out, trying to deal with this Juggernaut. Trying to farm. We have Juggernaut just with a Cooling Blade and boots at the moment. This is a kind of a slow game. A lot of action is going to be happening with this Bane Mirana combo. That Nightmare coupled with the arrow is just so powerful at the moment. It's great setup, and it's just so much damage, and it's just so powerful, and it could catch pretty much anybody off guard if they aren't careful. Juggernaut is left up here by himself. We have Ancient Apparition guarding the invisibility rune for the Batrider. Batrider just bottling up, trying to get as much out of that bottle as much as he can. Nyx Assassin and Dazzle hanging out together. Looks like they're going to get a smoke gank going on. Looks like we may see a mid gank going on here. This is going to be pretty interesting if this gets off, because Batrider doesn't have the lane pushed yet, but look, I'm pretty sure they may be lying in wait. We have Juggernaut still farming away. The creep are just pushing too much, and Juggernaut's able to farm safely under tower, which is good for him. And we got Batrider going on the Pugna, starting to get the stacks of napalm, but Pugna is just right clicking away. And looks like we got a mid gank going on here. Dazzle and Nyx Assassin coming in. Pugna picking off with that Nether Ward. Nether Ward is already starting to do work, and that was a very successful mid gank. Puck trying to play safe after dealing with that Mirana Bane combo, and just trying to stay under tower. Bane giving so much harass right now. He's just hanging out way beyond the creep equilibrium, like around here, and he's just waiting to Nightmare just so Mirana can get an arrow off. And Nightmare is off. Mirana's throwing down an arrow. Puck could be in a little bit of trouble here, and another brain... Oh, not brain sap. Dazzle coming in with the shallow grave to save, but it's just not enough. Mirana picks him off, but Mirana is in a little bit of trouble here, but she leaps out just in time. Bane could be in a little bit of trouble here, though, but he gets out just in time as well. Nice Mirana spite arrow being launched down. Doesn't hit anything, though. Wow, that was very close for Team Inception. That was just... Everyone is just playing Team Inception is playing a very aggressive game down bottom, and that was a very nice response coming in from Headshot, but it just wasn't quite enough. And this Batrider is being very careful and cautious about his runes. He's picking them up very well. He's had very good rune control during this entire game. We have Juggernaut farming up top, and we have Mirana headed back to base, picked up her phase, and we have, looks like we have Bane stacking the camps in the jungle, so for some later farming, maybe for Juggernaut. Viper's been hanging out by himself. Looks like he's going mech, a very common item to pick up with Viper. He's just hanging out by himself with little support, but it looks like we got another smoke gank going on with the Nyx Assassin and Dazzle. They're really big on the smoke ganks. And we got Ancient Apparition possibly being caught out of position here. They're going after the Ancient Apparition. Nyx Assassin stunning on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut holding back, staying back with the Nyx Assassin. Puck is being safe in the bottom lane. Things are starting to build up in the top lane, though. Juggernaut is hanging out a little bit close in the jungle here, but he's going to start pulling through and trying to maybe get another stack going on in the jungle. He's pulling his own creep into the jungle, which is really awesome, because what that is creating is a whole lot of room for Juggernaut to keep farming under tower. That was a very interesting tactic going on. I missed a mid-fight going on. We got Pugna dying and trading his life to get a tower, Batrider picking him off. Puck is hanging out just mano a mano versus Mirana at the moment. Bane is just hanging out back at base. Back up at top, though. Things are starting to really get tense up here. We got the tri-lane. Juggernaut is just hanging out, trying to get some farm here, but he's just playing so cautiously right now, because there is no way that they can be, there's no way that he can die. He really doesn't need to be dying early on, which is what Headshot's trying to do. We got Pugna rolling in as well up top. Looks like he's going to start pushing tower. The Nether Ward is up. We do have a top tower being taken out. Pugna doing so much work, working with his Nether Blast. It's just so much damage early on against towers, and they're just going to keep going for the tier 2. They're ready. They're just going to keep at it. Pugna is holding back at the moment. They don't have the creep wave, and they just don't feel comfortable. They took the tier 2, which is good on them, and yeah, so things are starting to slow down a little bit. Viper's hanging out, trying to get some little bit of farm. He picked up his mech, which is great for him. That's great for the team. And we have Mirana getting a little aggressive, trying to go after the puck, and she does. She picks off the puck and I just totally missed that fight. So much is happening, and I'm just missing the fights. I am sorry, guys. Looks like we have Pugna and Dazzle roaming together with the Nyx Assassin going towards the bottom lane. They are just going after the push strat. This is going to be a heavy push strat. Bottle Crow going on for the Pugna. And we have a nice gathering from Team Headshot. Headshot is going for the towers. They need towers early. They want a lot of farm fast. Mirana is sitting invis, waiting, just lying and waiting, seeing what's going on. They got a nice scouting operation going on here, but it may not be enough. We got Ancient Apparition coming in as well, giving a little bit of defense for the bomb tower. We have Bane coming in to assist as well. Juggernaut has been left alone up top to farm. We got another ward being placed once again, And it could smell trouble for team. But we got Batrider going in with a lasso. Ancient Apparition ulti is up. We got Juggernaut coming in as well with a nice spin, taking out the... And he's getting a double kill, actually, going after the Pugna and the Puck. Ugh, that's like a tongue twister if you say that quickly. Nyx Assassin is also going down, being traded. We have Ancient Apparition and Mirana going down, but Juggernaut with the triple kill. Viper going in after the Batrider. Batrider blinking out just in time. We got Bane coming in with a nice brain sap. Nightmare going in. Puck trying to get a silence off, just can't do it. Juggernaut spinning out and leaving the scene. But they're going to keep this push going on. Bottom headshot is. They're just going to keep they're just staying with it. They need that money early. They're trying to keep Juggernaut from farming too much too fast. They're hoping Viper, but we got an AA ult coming in as well. That AA ult's going to be doing some serious work, and it's powerful in the team fights. Mirana leaping out just out of the way of the illusionary orb, and that Nether Ward is doing some serious work. Looks like we got a weave going up on the Dazzle, and we're just going to keep this push going on in the bottom tower. Mirana arrow, swing and a miss, hitting a creep. Looks like but Puck is getting the last hit on the bottom tower. Team headshot, picking off towers and getting a lot of gold early. How much gold, you ask? Well, let's take a look at the gold earned. And from that fight, though, the tower, tower advantage in the fight, the gold's actually pretty even right now. Juggernaut is did a lot of work there, but in the mid. But looks like we got a nice congregation going on at Roshan. They're going to try and take an early Roshan. Roshan could be in trouble here, but he's giving a lot of harass, so we'll have to see how this is going to work out. Everyone is... most of Team Headshot is here. They are going for Rosh. Rosh could be in trouble here. I always feel bad for Rosh. He's just always going down. Puck in the mid lane, just hanging out by himself, dodging the arrow, but we have Batrider lassoing the Puck. Puck in a little bit of trouble here. AA ult coming in. He could be in some trouble here. Batrider cleaning up, well, actually Ancient Apparition getting the kill on the Puck. But Roshan is going down. Roshan is just... This is actually a very early Roshan at 14 minutes. Very unexpected. And looks like we have Viper picking up Aegis. Batrider could be in a little bit of trouble here. He blinks out just in time. He was decreptified, but he makes it out. And we're already seeing a lot of tensions going on with mid. We could be seeing a big fight here. Nyx Assassin is ultied up and ready to go. He wants to get a kill here. Things are getting exciting. We got Nyx Assassin hanging out with the Dazzle, but Ancient Apparition is leaving. He does not want any part of that. He's trying to get out. He's a little out of position, but he jukes just out and starts heading for top tower, but looks like Headshot doesn't seem to care at all. We have a big push going on mid lane. Pugna with that Nether Ward and Nether Blast. We got Puck using his ult, catching the Batrider out of position. Batrider is in trouble here. He is going to go down. Everyone just surrounded him, and he was just in too much trouble there to handle. We got Pugna being nightmared from the Bane, but he doesn't care. They're just going to keep going after this tower. This tower is just going down. Pugna is doing so much work here. They can't get in. That Nether Blast is just tearing apart towers, and that Nether Ward is just doing so much work for the team right now. But up top we have Juggernaut and Ancient Apparition taking the top tower. They're starting to trade towers. They want towers, and it's going to happen. Ancient Apparition throwing down the ulti. A nice weave coming in from the Dazzle. We have Juggernaut coming in. Nice big spin. Aegis was used on the Viper. Viper is going back with the rest of his team. Team Headshot does not want to deal with that. Pugna is TPing out. and we're already starting to see a little bit of regroup. Let's take a look at these wards. I'm looking at these wards right now, and they're just everywhere on headshot. They just got nice they got nice map control right now with a lot of towers and lots of wards everywhere. Looks like they're at a little bit of an advantage right now, but Juggernaut is slowly farming away. He picked up his drums already. He may be skipping out on Battle Fury here, so, or maybe not. Or he could be going straight Deso. He's got 1,600 gold. We're going to have to see what he's going for. Looks like we're getting a big push going on in the mid lane, though. Ception not wanting to deal, getting tired of their towers being taken. They want some money, too. And they take mid tower just in time. Smoke Inc. is up. They are all grouping up in the jungle. Looks like we could be seeing something going on here, though, between... We're just waiting. Puck is in. We got a big arrow coming in. Puck dodging the arrow. Ancient Apparition ult. Swing and a miss as well. Puck saw this coming. He is out. He's running away. We got Nyx Assassin and Dazzle coming in as well. Juggernaut maybe going after the Viper, but Viper turning in. And... okay. Lots of tension going on here. Could have been a big fight going on, but nothing quite yet. Nyx Assassin is ultied up. He is excited. He could be looking for something here. Mirana Arrow, another swing and a miss with a Mirana Arrow. Nyx Assassin scouting out with that ulti of his. And yeah, we're starting to slow. Looks like we're going to keep the push on mid. Pugna is just doing so much work with that Nether Blast. Nether Blast is such a powerful spell, and it takes towers, it takes creep, and it even can take heroes if everyone's hanging out there and just waiting. And it looks like we have Headshot going in with the bottom lane and trying to push that out. They want peripheral towers and trying to get as much gold as they can. Taking a quick look at net worth, though, we have Mirana and Juggernaut leading with a pretty big lead with 7.5k gold between the two of them. And we also, but Pugna and Viper are not that far behind, actually, with their lumps of gold at 6k. We got a big fight going on. Ancient Apparition ults taking out both the Pugna in trouble and the Nyx Assassin. We got a Viper ulti going in on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is in a little bit of trouble here. He's backing off. Bane is going to be taken out by the Viper. Viper turning around, but that ward is healing Juggernaut pretty well. But we have Mirana in the middle of everything. Could have been in a little bit of trouble. It turns out Viper going down with Team Ception, just turning around on the Viper and taking him out. Very interesting. This is just... they're winning. Ception is definitely winning in the kills. That is happening right now. Headshot is going for the push strat. Push strats are very highly aggressive, and they just... and, you know, you can die a lot. It's a very bloody kind of strat. Juggernaut here picking up his Aghanim Scepter, so that's going to be huge in the fights. He's ready to fight. He's 4-0, so he has yet to die. He's farming up very nicely, and he's starting to get ready to be in fights, and he's going to keep the push going on. Things are starting to slow down a little bit. Juggernaut is going after the Puck. Puck could be in a little bit of trouble here. He's trying to silence, but he just can't deal with the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is on a mega kill streak now. Just soloed the Puck, and Puck just could not handle the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is really doing some work right now. He's starting to become online, but Viper going in after the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is trying to run away. He's juking around into the trees, and he TPs out. So there is a little lull in the game, so let's take another look at gold. So looking at gold, we're seeing almost the 7,500 gold advantage going to Ception, even though they don't have the map control. They're starting to turn this around very quickly. Taking a look at experience, it's a very similar story going on here. Inception leading with 12,000 experience. They are pulling ahead in levels. They are pulling, and they are starting to turn this around. Nixon going in on the Mirana. Mirana could be in trouble here. Silence and just taken out. Everyone just ganked the crap out of Mirana. Mirana just got a face load of headshot, and she just could not get away. There's just no way she was going to be able to get away like that. Juggernaut is just hanging out by himself, farming away, which is great for him. No one's really been going after this Juggernaut, and that might spell trouble for Team Headshot. Viper is hanging out towards Rune, denying a regen rune, I believe. And it seems to slow down again. Everyone's starting to farm up. Things are, Headshot needs to recuperate from that high energy intensive push strat. When you're focused that much on trying to take towers quickly, people start getting less experience, and it's a huge trade-off. You want towers early, which is great, but at the same time, you could be training a lot of experience, and that's very, very, very much a big deal in the late game. We kind of have a saying here on 4 states, and with push strats, if you don't take tower and racks by 30 minutes, you're kind of in trouble with the push strat. So we'll have to see what Headshot is going to have to end up doing here to maybe keep the push on, but Juggernaut is just playing a very careful game right now. He's farming very well. He's got his scepter, he's got his drums, he's got phase boots, and he's got 17k gold. Back in mid, though, looks like we got a nice little aggregate of Team Headshot. They're trying to get their push on in the mid lane. Maybe they're trying to go for racks. We'll have to see. But Ancient Apparition, we got a big Mirana ult coming in with Ancient Apparition, Batrider, Bane, Juggernaut coming in as well. They're trying to get something going on here. Mirana is with them as well. We got a big arrow coming in, and not going to hit anybody. Team Headshot pulling away. They don't want to deal with that. They just really don't. They really didn't want to deal with that fight. And who's to say I don't blame them? I mean, that Juggernaut still has ult, and he's very annoying when he's got so many jumps. We got a pause going on here at the moment, so we're going to take a moment. Viper needs a second to maybe deal with things. We got so let's take a look at what everyone's got. I mean, I'm looking at this Puck right now. He's got a Blink Dagger, which is pretty much all he particularly needs for him to be as annoying as possible and to move around as possible. We have Viper. Viper still with Browns. He picked up Scepter though, so he's still farming relatively okay. Those early towers doing some work, and he also picked up Mechanism for his team. Pugna doing the mid build and sticking with the push strat and picking up a Necronomicon. Very important. It's powerful pushing, and the True Sight. It is level 3. He has True Sight, and that counters the Mirana ulti pretty well. The Headshot is aggregating in the mid lane. They could be getting some sort of push going on here. Juggernaut is hanging out, getting some farm. They checked to see if Rosh is up, but they saw the Juggernaut and they were like, and Juggernaut's like, where's it? Team, come here, please. Juggernaut backs off, so they are going after Roshan again. They take out the Observer Ward, so it could be very possible that they know that Roshan is going down. Ancient Apparition ult going into the Rosh pit. They know they are in Roshan. We have Juggernaut and Mirana coming in, but we got Puck blinking on the Mirana. Mirana could be taking a lot of damage, being ultied by the Puck. Juggernaut ulting in, just huge, jumping everywhere. Dazzle keeping the Pugna alive with that shallow grave. We got Pugna getting a double kill. That ward of his is just doing so much work for him right now. A lot of mana being used, and it's causing a lot of damage. Juggernaut is in a little bit of trouble here. He's gonna be... Nah, he just can't quite get out. All of a sudden, Pugna just jumped out of nowhere and got a triple kill, taking out the Juggernaut as well. That's huge gold in his coffers at the moment. And they're going to go after Roshan right now. He's got his ulti on Roshan. And he's tanking Roshan for the rest of his team. Roshan is going to be going down here. We got an AA ult coming in, though. Things could be iffy here. We got Mirana ult coming in. Batrider with his Firefly up. He's just keeping an eye on things. Maybe something could be happening here. We're seeing a little bit of aggro coming in from the Bane, and it caused the rest of the team to back off. And you know, I don't blame him. If I saw Bane, I'd be like, he's probably got the rest of his team with him. So... I mean, they have the observer ward right there, and they're able to see pretty far. But you know, their headshot needs to not take so many chances at the moment, and they just need to be careful and play a very safe game at the moment until they start getting farmed up and they could start doing things. They are starting to pull this game back around, though. Juggernaut sees Roshan. He's got DD. Now he wants to crack at Roshan, but looks like we got a big fight going in. Batrider in a heap load of trouble, trying to initiate, just can't quite do it. We got Bane coming in with the ult, trying to take out Viper. Viper just can't do it. Bane in a whole heap load of trouble, trying to stay alive, but he just can't do it. Puck is in trouble as well. He's trying as he might. He just can't do it. We got a big arrow coming in. Viper getting the double kill. Whew. Wow, that was in... And it's just going to keep going. Ancient Apparition going down as well. Wow, this Pugna is doing some serious work right now. He's got 3k gold. I wonder what he's going to get. There's a lot of fighting going on at Roshan right now. They don't want Roshan to be taken again. Team Ception, that is. They just don't want to deal with that. They don't need another Aegis going on. But instead of taking Roshan, looks like Team Headshot is backing off a little bit, and we are seeing a little bit of cheeky scrawl going in from the Nyx Assassin, writing in "You suck" on the minimap, but that's Dota for you. But anyway, we got a nice little lull in the game, so I kind of want to take a look at some gold, maybe? Yeah, let's take a look at gold. Inception still ahead in the gold, but you can see the curve is going down more in Headshot's direction. They are starting to pull this ahead back into bringing more gold into their coffers. We got a little bit of aggro back in Roshan. We're Bane throwing in an illusion and being taken out and making Viper have to burn an ulti. They're going back to Roshan. Roshan is kind of a big deal at this moment. If Inception picks up Roshan or if Headshot picks up Roshan, it could spell danger for each of the teams depending on what is going to depending on who gets it. Roshan is kind of actually a big deal. Big arrow coming in, hitting the Necronomicon creep, but we have Batrider blinking in, trying to Firefly, just can't do anything though by himself. We got another Ancient Apparition ult coming in. Bane with trying to pick off the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin trying to run away. He just can't do it though. Shallow Grave is up, but he's going to be taken down. Rosh is taken down as well. Viper picking up Aegis again. We got a big ult coming in. Another big ult coming in from this Pugna. Pugna! Unstoppable. He's just going to keep going. He's got Scepter now, so the cooldown is massively reduced, and he has no cooldown. Well, it is massively reduced, but anyway, regardless, but still, he's just doing so much damage right now, and no one has a whole lot of magic immunity except for Juggernaut right now, so that spells a lot of trouble for Inception if they keep getting caught. Anyway, I want to take a quick look at experience while there is a little bit of a lull in the game. So let's take a quick look at experience. Headshot, bringing it back. You could see the huge experience differential from Team Inception. You know, having the 12,000 experience before, but now it's only a meager like 5K. So that's telling me that Headshot is really starting to bring this game back in, surprisingly, which is very exciting to see. Um, I I will be honest here, I thought Headshot was in a little bit of trouble, my own self, but they are starting to bring this game back. They are playing a very careful game. Another pause going on for Headshot. And we're just going to take a quick moment. Nyx Assassin is DCing. Looks like we are seeing a little bit of technical issues from the Nyx Assassin. So, let's take a look at kills. Pugna coming in out of nowhere with 7 kills all of a sudden. He's unstoppable at this point, and he's just going in and he's just making a lot of kills happen, which is very exciting for Team Headshot. But let's not count out Juggernaut yet. He's holding true to his name. He's not necessarily a bad thing. He's got his Sange, probably working on a Sange and Yasha. Or maybe even a Heaven's Halberd for the Viper. We'll have to see. But he's going to have greater chase, and he's a little bit more tankier now because of it. Marana is also up there in the kills with 5 as well. She's got her Yasha. We have 2 drums going on with Team Inception, so but it's not that big of a deal. Let's take a look at net worth. Pugna, look at this guy. He's got 12k gold in net worth. That is so huge. At the moment, I mean, just getting those kills and killing the Juggernaut has just increased his net worth exponentially. And Viper too. Viper is starting to farm. For a while, he was behind in the farming aspect, but he's picked up on the farm. He's got 11k gold. Batrider is right behind him. Same with the Juggernaut and the Marana. And everyone else just pretty much trails off after that. So at this moment, Headshot is bringing this game back. They are playing a more careful game. And because of that, they're starting to get more kills and they're starting to get a little more farm for the team, which is a good thing. The early push strat wasn't quite working out for them. Like, they were getting a lot of towers earlier, and by doing that, you know, they did get early gold, and that's all well and good, but they weren't getting levels, and that's where Inception started coming in with all these kills. And because of kills, they were getting gold and experience, so you start seeing a huge experience differential. But you know, once again, Headshot's starting to get kills again. Team Inception is starting to slow down. They are playing a slower game at the moment. They are slowing down. They aren't being super aggressive. I'm kind of waiting to see what this Juggernaut is going to do. I think he's a big player in this game. I mean, obviously he is a carry, but he's got Scepter, and I think he's going to be a huge fight component along with this Ancient Apparition. I'm not counting him out yet. He's got tons of sentries up. He's ready to D-ward. He's got his Scepter as well. That's a 17-second duration for his enemies to be under the constant status under Ice Blast. When they're frozen like that, they can't regen. So that's a kind of an annoying thing. And by being stuck in that Ice Blast, if they get below 10% of their HP, then they are kind of SOL. I mean, they just die. And I see Ancient Apparition being a huge player, and I see Juggernaut being a huge player. Marana could add to this huge plays with her ult, but we are seeing a lot of sentries being placed from Headshot. So But let's take a look at Headshot. I mean, they are, they're bringing this game back, and they're doing it for a reason. They have this Pugna laying down so much damage with the life drain, and he's just doing, and it's without the magic resistance, any magical protection coming on, Pugna is going to be eating a lot of squishy people like the Marana, like the Bane, like the Ancient Apparition for breakfast, and he's just going to keep sucking life away. And we also have Viper. Viper, he's got his BKB. He's going to be able to deal with a lot of the magical disabling from the Marana, from the Bane, from the Ancient Apparition, and even the Batrider. So he's going to be able to sit in the team fight for a lot longer, which is a very big deal. As long as he could just sit there in the fight, he can just keep on keeping on and just right click and just orb and just damage away, and that's how he's gonna keep getting kills. He's tanking up, and that's a very important thing to keep in mind. If he can stay in the fight, he's gonna be doing damage, and if he keeps doing damage, Ception could be in a little bit of trouble here. Let's not forget about Dazzle here. Dazzle with the Shallow Grave. So if Viper isn't staying alive long enough from just having those items alone, he can just simply Shallow Grave him and just keep him alive even longer. Along with the Weave and his heal, he'll be able to keep his team alive pretty well. They have a lot more heal Team Headshot does on their team at the moment, but it is countered by the Ancient Apparition. So, bottom line here is that it can go either way, really. That's kind of the deal. So we see the Nyx Assassin finally reconnecting. That was the best of my Dota theory that I can see coming from this game right now, and hopefully we'll be able to get this game underway. I kind of want to see how this plays out. I've kind of laid out what could be happening here, what may be happening here, what should be happening. Game is unpaused and looks like we are ready to go. Headshot is farming away, and we have a nice little aggregate going on in mid. Maybe Ception could be going after the on the offensive. They're going on the offensive. We got Marana hanging out. We got a big arrow coming in. Arrow is going to be a swing and a miss, but we have a nice Marana ult coming in. Juggernaut looking like he wanted to get something there, but we got a nice aggregation coming in from Headshot. Batrider with the initiation going after the Dazzle. Dazzle going to be in a little bit of trouble here from the Ancient Apparition. Juggernaut using his ult. Kind of missing though. And it looks like Pugna picking off the Bane with his ult yet again. And it was just a nice trade of supports at the moment. But this is really tense. Like, it can go, like I said, it can go either way. It really, really can. Like, I'm just kind of waiting to see what Team Headshot could be doing here, along with, Ception. That Juggernaut is a big deal. He still is. He missed his ult, but by a little bit. But, sometimes you get the right jumps and sometimes you just simply don't. After that little bit of a fight, it looks like we're just seeing a jungling going back, to farming from Team Headshot. But we do have a little bit more of aggression going on from Team Ception. Ception starting to feel that they could start putting this game away, maybe. They are putting a big push mid. They want that mid tower, maybe. And Team Headshot, they're off up top, but they are moving back in, and they really want to get these people in the mid lane. They are nice and grouped in the mid lane at the moment. And we have Viper coming in, throwing an ult down on the Batrider. Batrider taking an ult. Marana ulti is up. We got a big fight here. Juggernaut with an ulti. He's going in. And it looks like Puck is going down from the Firefly. We got a shallow grave coming in on the Dazzle. Bane holding the Pugna in place. Pugna is going down. We have a double kill going in for the Batrider. But we have Ancient Apparition still going after everybody. And we have Viper going down as well. Viper just could not stay alive long enough, and everyone on Team Inception is still alive. We have a Necro Creep coming in from the Pugna. Pugna trying to give a little bit of harass, but Team Inception taking the tower and getting kills. That was a pretty big play for them. Kind of a big deal. Juggernaut leaving the scene of the fight and going back up top to continue farming and push that lane back up. And we could be seeing a little bit of a lane pushing rotation going in, heading to the top lane, which, because they do need to take this tower up top. They really need to take that top tower. We're seeing a scout. We have Bane scouting out, the Ancients hanging out with the rest of his team. They're going to try and farm Ancient some more. Ancient Apparition picking up the Gem of True Sight. So that is interesting. Maybe he wants to make sure to keep the Nyx out of the fight. Nyx has been kind of annoying with his ult. He's being able to ulti and doing some single target damage, which is kind of a big deal, especially for the squishy supports. Juggernaut is keeping the push. He's got a Sanjin Yasha now, and he's going to keep pushing top. Ancient Apparition throwing an ult in the mid lane, though. He wants to keep that mid lane push. They really want to keep going on and pushing. They want this split push. Team Inception does. And just seeing a slight, congregation coming in from the team headshot, do not want to deal with that at the moment. And they're starting to push the creep back. It's kind of slow at the moment. It's tense, though. I mean, it's kind of back and forth between the pushing. People don't really want to fight right now, unless if they have to. I mean, Juggernaut is moving around a lot. He's moving around between the lanes, and we're seeing that Team Inception is indeed got a smoke gank up on the Batrider. Batrider could be in a little bit of trouble here. Puck coming in after the Batrider. Batrider decrapified, but he's got his BKB. Getting arrow to the face. Pugna is in trouble. Big Ancient Apparition ult. Juggernaut coming in with an ult, jumping around as much as he can, trying to get as much damage off as he can. Dazzle and Pugna are down. We got Puck in a lot of trouble, but we have Bane and Mirana going down as well. Viper getting a double kill, taking out the Batrider, and we're turning on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut just staying there in the fight, going after the Nyx Assassin, but he's in a lot of trouble, getting kited so hard with the Viper. Viper is able to just make the Juggernaut back off. Juggernaut does not want to deal with that, and Nyx Assassin just barely makes it out. Like, he's just so lucky. And he picks up Gem. So they lost the Gem of True Sight. And foreseeing the Ancient Apparition ult, he just hung out there and was able to not get hit by the Ancient Apparition ult. So good on him. Seeing a little bit more of cheeky gameplay from this Nyx Assassin, trying to be funny. I don't know who he's calling a noob, but Ancient Apparition using his ult to push the creep, like I said he would, because that ult, when it's on cooldown, it's a 40-second cooldown. I said 30, excuse me. But still, it is spammable. The point is that he can keep using it constantly, and that's kind of a big deal here, especially the fact that if he can keep two lanes pushed at once, as one team pushes one lane and he pushes another, You know, it's great split push capability, and that's kind of a big deal here. Things are slowing down a bit. We do have a lull in the game, so we all know what that means. Let's take a look at some graphs. So let's take a look at gold. Gold, Ception, you know, they were losing gold before, but now they're starting to bring it back. You know, they were winning some fights, and they are keeping the lanes pushed, and they're taking towers. So because of that, they're looking at maybe 12 grand, 12k in gold. And looking at experience, it is a very similar story. They did lose they were losing in the experience battle a little bit, but you know, they bring it back because they started winning fights, and they're farming up very well. Taking a look at kills, not a lot of killing has been happening, but Juggernaut and Pugna are tied for kills, being followed up with Ancient Apparition and Marana. And we got, anyway, so we have a nice smoke gank going on coming in from Team Ception, and we have a nice congregation coming in at the Ancients from Team Headshot. We could see a little bit of fight here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Juggernaut outside of the smoke right now, and he's moving in with the rest of his team to maybe get a smoke going on, but we have Headshot grouped up. They are just they're sticking it together, keep letting the Viper farm a little bit. We got a big initiation coming in from the Batrider lassoing the Dazzle, trying to keep the Dazzle out of the fight. Juggernaut get on the killing spree, jumping around with an ult, killing the Nyx and taking out the Dazzle. And we have Pugna in a whole heap load of trouble. He's going down from the Marana. Batrider was downed as well as part of that whole initiation. We have Viper turning in on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is just tanking though, and he's just going after everybody. He can just turn around and he's just beating the crap out of this Viper. And that's a team wipe. A huge team wipe. This Juggernaut on the mega kill streak, he just started killing everybody. Prizes have been given, and yeah, they see Roshan now, and Juggernaut's saying, "Hey Roshan, we have a few words. We need to talk. Kind of want your Aegis, so I'm gonna have to kill you." Poor Roshan. He's gone down for. This is going to be the third time, so we should be seeing cheese after this, Roshan, if I'm correct. We got AA ult coming in, and we do see cheese. Marana picking up Aegis this time though. Juggernaut just wants cheese. He doesn't really need Aegis though. He's tanking pretty well at the moment, so he's pretty much set. I'm taking a look at hero levels at the moment, and you could just see. You could see Juggernaut, Batrider, Marana. They're topping the hero level scores right now, followed up with Pugna and Viper. And you could see that the rest of the team, looking at the levels, it just kind of trails off from there, but Dazzle and Nyx are at the lowest. Seeing a little de-warring going on in the top jungle, and Juggernaut is just going to keep this push going on in the top lane. He's just tanking tower and taking creep because he can at this point. He really just doesn't care. Marana picked up. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this Marana. Marana picked up quite a few items since I last checked on her. She's got her BKB. She's got a Desolator. She's got her Mantisile. She is pretty much set with her items. She's got a lot of items going on here. She's going to be great for pushing towers. And that, speaking of towers, that tower is just melting. That armor debuff doing some serious work. Bane is hanging out with the Marana and the Juggernaut. Juggernaut wants to keep this push on, and they're going to mount the high ground maybe with this boarding party. Puck coming in, blinking in, trying to silence. Illusionary orbs out. Nothing, not a whole lot of effect there happening. Juggernaut is mounting the high ground, but they are turning around on him. Juggernaut is out of mana. He is backing out. He does not want to deal with that. There is a whole lot of counter initiation going on from Team Headshot. Mounting high ground is going to be a big deal. And we have Pugna being taken out by the Batrider. I totally missed that. Pugna was doing a little bit of a split push in the bottom lane, and they just turned on him and took him out. That was kind of a ballsy play coming in from the Pugna. Pugna being by himself, yeah, he was getting a lot of kills before, but we are seeing the BKBs up now, and he's starting to lose effect in the team. We're seeing now moving back up top. Big arrow coming in from the Mirana. Mirana is just wailing on this Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin, though, getting Shallow Grave just in time, and we're seeing a BKB coming up on the Viper. Juggernaut jumping for days, taking out the Viper. We see Puck going down as well. Juggernaut, double kill, wicked sick, going in on the Dazzle. Nyx Assassin going down as well due to the Ancient Apparition. And we're seeing top tower just being melted. And backdoor protection is on this tower. So, looks like we're seeing the GGs being thrown right now. And that is it. This game is over. We're seeing Team Inception claiming the victory over Team Headshot. Inception just played a very careful game. Juggernaut got farmed and he carried. That's pretty much the simple. That was just the simple, explanation of this game. Headshot did try to keep this game alive as much as they can with the early push strat. They just couldn't quite keep the game under control, and that's it. So, catch us for some more 82L. I'm Scap from 4 States. You can check us out on Twitch, and just check us out on Facebook as well. This is Scap signing out. And as always, play some more Dota.